took a step and I couldn't stop it. Every stumble lit a fire inside. Now I walk with my head held high. Lessons learned and bridges burned. Still I rise with every turn. This is more than just a climb. It's my moment, it's my time. No more hiding in the crowd. Gonna wear my soul out loud. The world is waiting just to see all the magic inside of me. Shine, shine like a diamond bright. Shine your light, you've got every right. You are special, let it show. Be yourself and let it flow. Stand out, don't dim your glow. You were born to steal the show. Shine, shine like you mean it. Shine so bright they can't believe it. Pages turn, but the heart stayed true. Every scar's got a golden hue. Telling my story in my own style. With every post, every smile. From the hustle to the heart. Every ending's a brand new start. Turning passion into plans. Now I'm dancing where I stand. I don't chase, I magnetize. My journey's written in the skies. If you're watching, hear me say, you're a light to find your way. Shine, shine like a diamond bright. Shine your light, you've got every right. You are special, let it show. Be yourself and let it flow. Stand out, don't dim your glow. You were born to steal the show. Shine, shine like you mean it.
Hello, hello, hello. Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for joining me. My name's Narelle Warcon, and I'm coming to you from Mackay, Queensland, Australia. Yes, I'm a little bit slow tonight, but thank you so much for taking your time out to come and listen to what I have to share. So thank you so much for joining us. Jean coming in from the US, Glenda from South Australia, and Jasmine, her daughter. Sunil, thank you for joining us. Rayshab. Ruth is coming in from Norway. Thank you so much. I really appreciate you all being here. Kenton's here also. And I just want to say before we go any further that New Zealand has gone over to daylight savings time. So it is 11 p.m. in New Zealand. Hi, Mohammed. Thank you so much for joining us. Sunil, thank you so much. And there was one lady, Ivana. Hi, Ivana. I know you're coming in from Croatia. Thank you, Jean. I love doing the little bits and pieces. As you all know, like I'll just slip you on into it. As you all know, I haven't been well for the last couple of weeks. I hurt my hip, not really knowing what it was. I went to a chiropractor. I went to another guy who aligned my body, which was probably good that I needed that. However, I also had CT scans and also an ultrasound. And what they found, which wasn't, hi Lisa, lovely to see you, wasn't a pinch sciatic, but it was actually bursitis in my left hip. So today I've gone and had a needle in my hip. Just block your ears if you don't like hearing about needles. Does it hurt? Yeah, it does a little bit. But you know what? The pain that I've had in the last couple of weeks has been to the extremes. Hi, Saraj, lovely to see you. To the extremes where you're just about pulling your hair out. The pain is so severe. And not knowing what it is sometimes is the worst part, I suppose. But yeah, we just really, I really had to sort of go through the process, the steps. It's sort of a bit like our business, really. You know, we get knocked down and then we think, well, what direction do we need to take? You know, what direction are we heading in, and what are the lessons that we're learning from what happens in our own lives? You know, maybe you've lived through a little bit of pain yourself. Maybe you've had some ups and downs. And we know many of our listeners here, you know, come from backgrounds where perhaps, you know, things aren't readily available. Things aren't going the way that you hope they would. And I'm going to go through a few different things tonight, but also I have something exciting because I have the edited version of our dear Ash and what he shared on the global updates the other day. So bear with me as I go through a few things that I want to share, and keep saying hello to everybody. Yashim, thank you so much for joining in. And anybody else, if I missed you, thank you for coming in on LinkedIn, and also my Narelle Warcon author Facebook page. If you like, you can. Yeah, it was ouchie, Lisa. So if I feel a little bit, I came home and honestly, I'd feel like I'd been run over by a truck. So I laid down and had a rest, which was good. I have to still take the pain tablets that I've been on, because the needle can take 24 to 48 hours to bring me the relief that I need. So I do feel a lot better than what I did the other day, and yesterday and the day before that. So I am improving. However, having the needle will just, I suppose, move things along, because when you're in pain for a certain length of time, it starts to affect you mentally, not just physically, but mentally as well. And it's very draining, because I've had many nights where I didn't get good night's sleep, where I had to get up early in the mornings to take more pain tablets. So anyway, enough about me. I'm okay. I just want to thank you for all your prayers. Continue those for each and every one of us that's going through some tough times. Now, in saying that, before I head off in a little direction, my friend that I sponsor, that I support and love on, from Uganda, had a motorbike accident just yesterday. A car ran into their motorbike, and he had one of the orphan children on the motorbike. The little boy had his leg broken, and had to have that surgery on that to fix and repair that. Masoki himself has been hurt in the shoulder. They've done a scan, no broken bones, but he's in a fair bit of pain as well. So if you do pray, please keep them in your thoughts and prayers, because there are a lot of people out there that we don't even know about, and prayers do work. So we know that there are many within our business. If you have a look, at Chris Johnson's Facebook page, you will see the list that he puts up there every day about people who are needing prayers, and also people that are having birthdays. So if you're having a birthday today, happy birthday. If you're going through tough times, just remember that the light is there, okay? When we hit rock bottom, there's only one way out, and that's up. Like I said, I've had to take the lessons myself as to what my pain, where is it coming from? Why is it here? What lessons am I learning from it? All those sorts of things. So again, thank you for your love and support. Babineth, thank you so much for joining us. I really appreciate that. Ivana, yeah. Croatia, I knew it was there. I'm just testing you. But let's move on, because I've got a couple of things to share before we go over to those highlights, because I think today I re-listened. When you're in pain, it's really hard to focus on what is actually being shared, what's actually being said. And I think sometimes, ourselves, even if we're in good health or feeling great, we can miss things on the night, on the day, whenever it was. Now, the other night when Ash came on to do the global update, it was 3 o'clock in the morning that it was supposed to happen. Yes, there was a little bit of a tech problem with picking up the live stream and stuff like that. So it was nearly 4 o'clock in the morning for me. Now, I know many of you at 4 o'clock in the morning are probably in bed sleeping, but I like to be there live, and I like to have that support for Ash and watch those who are on the panel on that evening, night, day, and be aware that I can also be in my chat when it does go live stream, that you guys can interact and be there as a part of it, and also me as a part of your lives as well. So hi, I think that might be, is that Bill Must coming in now? I think that is. So thank you, Bill, for joining us. ND Suman, thank you. Here comes Willow. G'day, Willow. Lovely to see you. I hope that you're keeping well, Willow. You're always in my thoughts and prayers for sure. Narissa's joining us in from New Zealand as well, as they are in meeting them with compassion. Well, I think when you go through stuff in your life, you know what it feels like. And I was just saying to somebody today that, part of what you go through or grow through is because you need to be there to help other people. This isn't about me. This isn't just about me. And our business isn't just about me. It's about helping each and every one of you. I did also listen to Red because I missed him the last couple of nights as well, because he's 3 a.m. in the morning as well. So, like I said, when you're in pain, you can't always get there or be attentive in the way that you want to be. And many times, I've had early mornings, where I realize now that it's okay to do the recording. It's okay to listen the next day, because my health is important. Your health is important. Take on board what you can, ask the questions that you need to ask. So, sorry, just ducking through that. So, yeah, what I want to say is that, hi, Ruth. Manu, thank you so much. Minu. Thank you so much for joining us, and putting the comments in there. Oh, I don't know where Vivine got to, but maybe she's still joining us. Maybe she's at work. So let's get on with it, because, like I said, I want to go into the edited version. I think it's really important that if we're here, I'll be here in the chat as well. If you have any questions, I also want to do a shout out for Redfern. He did a Q&A yesterday, or early morning for me. And there are some questions that he answered, which I think is very good if you want to go over there and also have a listen to that, because it is important for you to understand what that next process is, or the questions that are coming to us. We don't have a crystal ball, I'm sorry, but we don't, and if I did, well, that would be wonderful, wouldn't it? But you have to remember that even though, Red and Chris are in contact with Ash, a lot of the stuff that they've said before is that they don't want to know any more than what we do, okay, or you do, or anything like that, because they want to be just as surprised with what's coming. So just remember that when you're asking them 100 questions, and most of them are the same, okay, how's this going to work, and how's that going to work, and what happens if, and hi Nagaraj, lovely to see you. How's this going to work, and what about my other accounts and things like that? You're asking questions of people that don't have the answers for you right now. Okay, we all have to wait for the bridge. Okay, it's like I don't know where the London Bridge opens up, and the boats go through. So we're on the bridge. Okay, and we're just waiting patiently for the bridge to open up, or the gate to open up, so that we can all go over to the other side to see exactly what is coming, what we have to do, the process. Now, I remember and heard Ash again today say that there was about 10 or 11 questions that will need to be answered. Now, I also saw that somebody else was asking, well, some people in India in particular, and hello to all my Indian and Bangladeshi friends, a lot of the questions, a lot of people may not understand. Now, remember that if you understand, you can help them. There are going to be a way that people will understand. Ash always said that he'll never leave anybody behind, but it's now your responsibility as well, to get out there and ask people, are you okay? Do you understand this? And once we start into that new process of going over the bridge to victory with Ash, remembering that that's not our new business name, that is just a landing point or a landing spot, or the other side of the bridge, so that we can be verified, we can fill out our KYC, and then we can help those around us. Hi, Abdul, lovely to see you. So remember that you're there to help as well. Don't just think about yourself. Don't just think about, hey, this is my position, that's all I'm going to do. Because that, to me, is not what our business is about, not what Ash is about. It's about helping other people. It's about uplifting people, and it's about lifting people up so that they too understand. Because when they came into this, it was sold to them on probably a false pretense, I suppose, in one sense, but it was also something that they didn't know a lot about. And a lot of people were just told to get in, do this, do that. You don't have to do anything. Well, you do have to do something. And even in the old business, you did have to still do something. So make sure that you're ready for yourself, so that you can cross over the bridge. You can answer those questions. You can get your KYC done, verified, and everything like that. And then guess what? You can help your people. You know, you can help those people. Maybe it's your friends, maybe it's your family, maybe it's those that you wanted to help, whether it's a charity, like myself for Miss Mimi. You know, that's what I came in for. But it's about establishing yourself and then getting your verified link that you will be able to share out with people. Now, one of the things that Red did share today was about, you may not be happy with the sponsor that brought you into the old business. You may not be wanting to continue on with that sort of thing. Now, like I said, it's best to go over and listen to Red himself, because he explains things in a lot better than I can do in his words. His words are always direct, straightforward, honest answers, you know, so go over and have a listen to that. But if you do have any tonight while we're going through the edited highlights of the video, then certainly reach out. I'll just check who's coming in. Bablu, thank you so much for joining us. Also, just one thing, and I did say the other week that I wasn't going to mention this again, but it has been mentioned. You need to stop using the old terminologies. You need to stop using the old logos. This is hugely important now as we move forward. So anything that has on passive, OP, any of the logos, and I see them out there, stop using them, please. It's closed doors. You know, yes, it'll always be there, okay? But we're moving forward, and we can't move forward while people are still using the old wording, the old technology, the old logos. It's time to stop and reassess what you're actually doing. Are you helping yourself, or are you just putting it out there for somebody that's going to be suckered in because they think that you know best? Well, you don't, because you're not listening. And if you're not listening, then you're not learning. And part of the process of moving forward is about learning. Okay, learning new things. And yes, we're going to be learning a lot in the new Victory with Ash, you know, so be prepared for that. Be ready for that. What am I going to have to learn? First thing, let go of the old. Let go of the old. We're stepping into a brand new vehicle. Okay, it doesn't come with any of the old crap from the old car. It comes with brand new. And do we know everything about what that is yet? No, we don't. But if you've been here for this long, and congratulations, Peter Rogers, for being with the company and the business for 8 years. So congratulations, Peter. I just remembered that. But remember where you're going. When you look back, right, all you're seeing is the crap that you've been through. Now, because I'm an author and because I wrote my book about my life, one of the things that I do write is never look back, okay? I always believe that if you're looking back, you can't see what's in front of you, right? If you're continuously doing, it's okay to look back slightly and for a little bit to go, you know what? I've come a long way, and I've grown and I've grown and I'm still growing, 64 and still growing, still learning. Yeah, thank you, Lisa. There is so much that's going to be there. Did you see the excitement? You know, did you see that what was happening with Ash on that global update? He's excited. You know, he's analyze what you're hearing. Absolutely. And I think some people are just so blinkered sometimes that they don't want to see anybody else's side. They don't want to listen. They think they know best, Willow, you know, and we're all here to learn. I'm not picking on any particular person. I'm not a judgy person. You know, I think that just dealing with my own life is, you know, something that we all have to go through, and we all go through different lessons. So with your permission, I'm going to go through a couple of things, and then we'll go over to that. Like I said, I will be in the chat, so stay along, have a listen, see if you can pick out anything yourself that you might have missed on the global update with Ash the other day. And let's move forward together, because we are going to build something stronger together. You know, if you want to do this alone, that's your choice. However, this is not what you came for. Okay, so let me run through my notes. Yeah, so I wanted to ask you the question, are you growing into the person you need to be? You can't just stay stuck in the mud. You can't just say, you know what, I just like just being here, this. Every time I've sort of thought about that, something happens and I have to grow. I have to grow, grow, grow. And growth is important, whether it comes in pain, whether it comes in other ways, shapes, and form. That's how we grow, because we take the lesson from what it is that we're learning, and we move forward. So, what we have to ask ourselves is, are you growing into the person you need to be? Are you growing? Do you have problems with learning? Is there something that you need help with? Hi, Cara Dari. Lovely to see you. Do you need help? Because we're going to get this once we move into Victory with Ash. Everything's going to be available for us to be able to grow into that person we need to be. It's time to step up. It's not time to just sit back and just say, oh, well, like, if it happens, it happens. If it doesn't, it doesn't. You are led to be here for a reason. Make sure that you are loving on yourself, right? So that you can bring the strongest you available, the one that really wants to get out there and really wants to help people. So I'm just flicking through here. Okay, so let me just see if there's anything else here that I wrote. We have the ability to change the world. And that was part of my intro video today. We have the ability to change the world. But guess what? When Ash, first put out his vision, his mission, it was about changing the world, not for himself, but for all of us, each and every one of us, so that we can lift up one and they can lift up one, and we can bring it forward stronger together. Remember how much we have in strength when it's together. Okay, so Victory with Ash, a powerful term of where we're heading, but remember that it's not the new business, okay? Oh, thank you so much, Lisa. I'm glad that you're enjoying it. Yes, I certainly have had a very big journey. And I'm glad that it's, bringing hope to a lot of other people out there. So thank you so much for that, Lisa. So Victory with Ash, rise, reset, and refocus. Now, Jean also did a lovely video over on her YouTube about rise, reset, and refocus. And I'm not going to go into that too deeply because I've already been talking enough. It must be the drugs. I'm going to blame that, okay? So when you rise up, that's becoming brand new in yourself. It's saying, yes, I can do this. I'm going to move forward. I'm going to let go of the old, and I'm going to rise into what I need to be, okay? So whatever that is for you, because it will be different for each and every one of us. Reset, you're resetting. You're not bringing the old crap with you, so it's about time that we let that go. Close the door to the old, open the door, okay, reset, recalibrate, whatever you want to call it, and step into that person that you need to be so that you can reset and move forward with all this new process that's coming. Refocusing, again, is basically, to me, the same thing as resetting. You need to refocus on what it is that you want in your life, how you're going to move forward, who you're going to be moving forward with, and just refocus on exactly what's coming. Do we know it all yet? No, we don't, but we're going to very shortly, because as Ash shared, it will be October, early October. Sorry about that. So as you can see, the pain still comes and goes. So thank you so much for everybody who's joining in. If I've missed you, thank you so much. I really appreciate each and every one of you. Abbas Ali, thank you so much for joining us today. And I will come back over to the chat in a minute. But let's move on. I've talked about Kenton, the New Zealand daylight savings is in. I talked about Masoki, so please keep Masoki and the children, and particularly the little boy who's, broken his leg in this accident. Not only accident's scary, but when you're a child and you break a bone, it's all, I think they had to put in a metal plate. So bad enough to require that, and he will take some time to heal. So remembering those in your prayers, and each and every one of those who needs prayers. So thank you so much. Yes, Kenton, if you are new to my channel, thank you so much for joining me. I do have Who, What, Where Wednesday, every Wednesday night usually. So please subscribe, like, share, ring the bell for all notifications. And also, I go live when Ash goes live usually. So you would have seen me on there. Sometimes I come on a little bit earlier so that I can be a part of the night, the evening, the day, whenever it is for you, and build the excitement for each and every one of you. What Ash is providing free of charge. That's right, Jean, I forgot that. And, the Victory with Ash is free of charge. So you're going to be learning so much. You'll be able to bring or introduce people with your new link, okay, so that people can come over and do their questionnaire, their KYC, and it's all free of charge. So, let's share it out there. As soon as we know a little bit more, we're able to share it out and share it with those people that we love and care about. Anybody that you have thought about before, you can introduce them and they can fill out those questions and KYC, and then that belongs to them. Okay. So, like I said, there's many people out there sharing. I think that you can take a little bit from each and every one of us to be able to apply it to your life. So are you ready to go over? Hi, Olive. Lovely to see you. Take your time. Yeah, I know. I don't want to rush back into anything. I know that I'm a little bit rushy tonight, and that was probably the pain medication that I'm on. So please forgive me if I've been a little bit fast. There's no sharing of any fun facts tonight. But what I do want to share is, like I said, you can stay, listen to this. We will be in the chat answering any questions that you may have here live. I saw Willow said that she has 1,000 questions or things going on in her head. I think we need to all chill out, okay, relax, bring it back a bit. Sometimes we worry about things that we don't know nothing about. How does that work for you? It doesn't work, because we need to just take every minute, every 5 minutes, every hour, every day, little steps at a time, so that we're not overwhelmed, okay? So that we're not worried about those things that may or may not happen. And most of the time you will find that they don't, okay? Thank you, Jean. I just have a lot to fit in, because I know last week I was really, and I'm getting there. So again, thank you all for your prayers. I really appreciate it. So let's go over to that video now. Like I said, it's a surprise edited version of our dear brother Ash sharing what he shared the other night. So if you have any questions, please pop them into the chat area and I will answer them. Or, Jean's there as well, Kenton, any of us that do know or can point you in the right direction as to how you can get that answered. But right now, I think that listening and re-listening is hugely important. He has for everyone of us. Chillax. That's it, Lisa. Just chill out. If you're in Australia, you're just chilling out, holding prayers for you when you need them. I know you're on medication, but soon it will be okay, my friend. Love yourself, my friends. All we need you. Thank you, Willow. I do appreciate it. I tell you what, without the pain medication, I wouldn't have got through. It affected me so badly that I was screaming in pain. But I'm here now, and I just got to make sure that I chill out a little bit and don't think I've got to throw myself in the deep end all the time and just get stuck back into it. If you've been missing me, thank you. I really appreciate the messages that you sent through private message as well. And again, for all your prayers. So let's go over to that, because we don't want to go on too long. Please stay with us, have a listen, ask any questions that you might want to ask in the chat, and I'll be here for you. I love and appreciate each and every one of you. Remember that we have our songs usually at the end as well. If you want to get in contact with me, then you can private message me as well. If you do want to ask, or if you're a little bit confused and things like that, just chill out. That's it. That's the word for the day, is just chill out. Okay. But yeah, and then I'll come over to the chat. So we're going to go over to there now. Hang on a second. Just give me. Yeah, I'll come back at the end. So just chill out, listen to what Ash has to say. There might be something that you pick up again, and then I'll come back at the end. So Bear with us and enjoy. And love to you all.
Coming to you live from this beautiful Sunshine State. I hope you are having a fantastic day, or as Susie liked to say, a magnificent day, marvelous day. I am having a good time in my life. I tell you what, nothing feels better than success. That feeling of success and perseverance. This is how I feel, really energized and pumped. And I want to welcome everyone. As we just said before, we apologize for the little confusion. We promise you to try not to do it again. We don't know if it's going to happen. But this moment in our business is quite crucial. A little bit tense in a way, because we're going to a new altitude, and this is exactly what happens. So we need to be more equipped and more prepared for that. So I want to appreciate everybody who is attending live, but no problem. If you can't make it because of the time confusion, no worry. We'll have it to you for you in the back office. And I got a lot of friends. They're so excited to share and reshare and explain and recap and talk and quantify and expand and go on and on and on until you get it. We don't want to leave anyone behind us. Why? Because we care about you. You just got to care about yourself, because time is really, really crucial right now. So in today's agenda, I want to talk to you about only three things, three areas. We're going to talk to you about number one, the survey number two, what it meant, why we did it, the purpose, the result. I'll be glad if I get the screen sharing ability. I promise you to show you screen share of the exact results and explain what they mean to you. That's number one. And we're going to transition into talking about the next step that will yield into our next chapter / the new vehicle that you suggested we built. In reality, we've been building it. Just to say that, we didn't start building just when you recommended that sometime in July, I think July 31st or so. That's not when we started to build the second or the new vehicle. We've been on it, but we wanted to align with you and make sure that you also have the same vision and the same mindset. So that's the second topic we're going to talk about. That next step that will take us to the second business, the new chapter. All right? Oh, so beautiful. And we're going to talk about the mechanics. That's why this is worth to be recorded and watched again and dissected and explained in every possible language to every community. So three topics: survey, we're going to talk about the next step, and the mechanics, exactly how to do it. Are you ready? We're going to shake up the internet. Are you ready?
Yeah, let's do it.
I am fired up. So let's talk about this. We're going to obviously celebrate and cherish the magnificent, powerful results and data we were able to collect from two surveys. Mind-boggling. So the first survey was simply to check, knock the door. Hello? Anybody home? Check the polls. Quantify. See how many people. The quantity of our crowd, the people who still have the interest, all of that. And the result was mind-boggling. So we were so excited about that result, the first survey, and we knew that hundreds of thousands are still interested in this journey and super excited, and they're actually willing to stick around no matter what time it takes. Second survey, we said, okay, we got a big number here, but are they all qualified to move forward to the next thing, because we're not repeating the old. We're going up. It's only getting better, right? Okay. We see already, as of now, some of the tools and some of the technologies we're using, it's already making a difference, way different. So nothing is repeated from the past. Quite different. Totally different. Think of it as a new, different animal. So because of that, okay, we wanted to do that and execute that second survey and see how many people really, or possibly, or potentially would actually qualify to move on to the next chapter, because it's more serious, it's packed with value. So you want to stick around so I can explain to you exactly why we did it. You're going to have more clarity, and you're going to have also more conviction, okay? You're going to say, yes, Ash, you're a genius. You nailed it. I'm just like trying to give myself a little bit of credit and, ego, narcissism. I'm only half kidding. I'm not that kidding, okay? But we did quantify, and then we did qualify, all right? So now we're going to express to you the incredible quality of our people. You wouldn't even expect the results or the data. Numbers don't lie. We're relying on actual data. The many people who are engaged, logging in, what they're telling us, the vast majority of our people are actually interested to move forward. Not only interested, they're excited immediately. So when I say the vast majority, I'm talking about close to 100%. So in the first survey, we said well over 90%, and you saw it was a lot greater, like 97% or so, but we just wanted to be a little bit more conservative. What was it? 90. So this time is even higher. The readiness, the seriousness. We knew a lot of people, they were curious in the first survey. Second survey, they were very serious to go and move with us to the next chapter. So the numbers are hundreds of thousands in every imaginable corner of this globe. People from all colors, all walks of life, incredible. I'm humbled to realize how many loyal people and committed to this journey we have. So I'm proud of you. I'm really more fueled than ever, energized than ever. I already had the perseverance personally, the tenacity, the boldness, and the energy to
Alert from
chase
reminders.
the
Get up,
dream
move around.
organically. Now you come into the picture, hundreds of thousands of you everywhere. You can imagine the accountability and the responsibility that it adds to my shoulders. I used to say, I will do it or die. Remember that? I didn't die. Did I yet? So did we do it? All right, we're doing it with you. And it is also refreshing. Just 3 months ago, roughly, approximately 3 months ago, when we started this new style of communication, the O News and the live update, this new theme, roughly 3 months ago, beginning of July, end of June, you can say, what happens? The results, 98% of you say, I have more clarity. I almost don't have any questions. I get it. What 3 months did to us? more clarity, and more excitement. Today is a turning point in our journey. Now, it could have been easy. Redfern said that a couple of times, and I appreciate it. He said, the easiest way, throw the towel, say, it's too complicated. Why am I doing this? I've been beaten up. Let me go and relax or have a good life, as Ashmapara. That's not what we did. We're not chasing easy. We're after what's right, what's more fulfilling. I learned early on that nothing as fulfilling when you take people with you to the top. You can consider I was at the top, or I've touched the top many times, or different tops in my life. That is good. That's fulfilling. But it's far more fulfilling when you take like-minded people, deserving people, take them with you to the top. That they have the real desire, the genuine attitude and gratitude to do something different. All my life, I thought, I want to do something different in my life. I believe I have a gift. I have something. I have an energy or passion. I have something, a calling. You can call it anything. That I want to do something different. Perhaps that requires a bigger team, more people that who want to make a difference. And they have to be above average people. They have to be unique people. They really have the drive. They have the passion to do that. That's where you come into the picture. Now, however, I want to tell you what we decided to do. We didn't decide the easy way. We didn't decide the quick way, or to care for ourselves. When that vehicle, the old vehicle on passive, okay, got what it did, okay, it took us to where we want to go, and it was a good period, a good phase in our journey, right? But it got troubled to a point where it still requires some maintenance and some repairs. You follow me? That vehicle. So we were faced with so many options, okay? So many options. But the obvious and most obvious is to keep on patching and you know, fixing the parts and all of that, or take whatever it takes and then fix it. As a matter of fact, I'm going to remind you, just in case some forgot, toward the end of last year, I said we got 3 scenarios to reopen, you know, scenario A, B, and so forth. And that was about the time, if it works. But that was based on reopening on passive. But then when we engaged a more qualified experts and team to join forces with us, when we realized that, it was so clear to us, we need to build a new vehicle. We don't want to just fix it, whether, you know, recover, reopen, all of that with some restrictions. And I'm glad we did, okay? It wasn't the easy choice, but I'm glad we did. So the scenario we chose is none of the 3, to be clear, none of the 3 that we said. Those were based on reopening on passive. On passive is open. We're not closing that. We're not shutting that down. But is it operation? No. Operational? No. Let's be very clear. Are we going to accept do business in it? I don't think so. Okay. I don't have the plan to do that. One reason we're keeping on passive open, to communicate with relevant topics to on passive. Okay. And we have some pending issues. Some of them is outstanding commissions from the past. It affects a small percentage, not even 1 or 2% from, the millions in our network, but it is ethical, and it's our obligation, it's our moral obligation to keep that open until we settle all of that. So whatever it takes, as long as it takes, and it's obviously it's not done. But instead of just getting everybody stuck on that one thing, we decided to move on with everybody. And while we're still working on repairing and settling those issues, at the end we will. You know how patient we are and how hard we work. So we're not gonna give up. Okay. At the end, we believe the right thing will be done. Okay. So that's why I'm passive. However, when we decided to rebuild a new one, we decided we're not going to take a line of code to the new vehicle. We're not going to have one single employee from the old staff, previous staff, okay? None. Not one location, not one chair, not one equipment, nothing. Zero. So we've been building a new vehicle, not in any way it's on passive 2.0. Not in any way we're migrating the genealogy or the structure of any. We're not inheriting anything. Let me ask you a question. Got a broken car, and we're building a magnificent super car. You didn't see it yet, but I'm seeing it. I'm seeing, the stages of the buildup of it in the assembly room, and would I want to take something from that? It was great back then, but today is 2025, toward the end of it, the last part. Should we inherit something that was turbulent or 5, 6 years ago? I don't think it makes any sense. So the wise thing, the right thing was to build something brand new and take it to the next level. What gave us that? The quality of our team, the quality and the talent and the intelligence and the alignment in the vision. Finally, somebody can understand me. Finally, somebody gets it. Thank you, Allah. Thank you, Lord. Thank God. So, the new vehicle, as we communicated with you, we're not going to talk about it in on passive. It's not going to be in own use. What's going to be, we're not closing own use. Okay? Been doing it 3 months. We're going to stay there. We're going to communicate with passive members for as long as it takes to settle the pending issues. Are we good? Fantastic. You also know, everyone, that Red always pays attention. Thank you. Fantastic. So we did quantify first survey. Second survey said qualify. Today, we're going to verify, okay? And then we're going to keep on quantifying over and over and over. So because we don't want to mix the two, and unpassive has those little negative symptoms, let's be honest, okay? How do we part way and leave that, release the old and go to a new with the proper mindset, with more realistic expectation? A lot of exaggeration was going on passive. Exaggeration is only a reflection of desperation. It doesn't mean it's reality or it's logical. So we're moving on with lots of, I would say practicality. We're going to do it in a more tangible way. Today, I was hoping to share my screen with you and show, but it's all good. Are you able to show screen if I send you a file or two? Anybody?
I'm getting close. Give me 5 minutes.
Take your time.
I'm figuring.
Okay. Okay. Take your time. I think you're going to have an extra vacation if you figure it out. Okay. Now, we are at a stage where we want to move on. That's it. We decided we're going to leave that, keep it where it is. Old chapter, okay, old vehicle. It's parked. It's not going anywhere for now. Now, we decided to move on to the next one, but not from that vehicle, because my I would say speculation and skepticism was that we're most likely we're going to inherit much of it. And we're going to have that mentality. Oh, I had this, I had that. How is it? Oh, we're going to always reference it. How do we cut that rope between the two? We needed a bridge. I think we've mentioned that indirectly to you. We're going to build a bridge to the next one. That bridge contains one common thing between the two, which is Ash Mufar. That's myself, by the way. Okay. Yours truly. Ta-da. Okay. Now, we're going to move from the old to the new, not taking anything with us. It just, I'm the one in between. And because you want to do business with me, you trust me. Most of you are very close to me. We've built that relationship, that connection, and you have that faith and that you're counting on me, okay? So I decided, you know what? I'm going to give you the best, possible transition into that. So we looked at all the different scenarios. Okay, how do you do that? How do you cut? We decided to build a bridge. And that is Victory with Ash. It's a platform, it's a community that will give us the following. In October, next few days, we're launching a new platform called Victory with Ash. The name should be telling. It's obviously that's not the business. And it's a free platform, exclusive for now. It will only be available for our unpassive, qualified people. From those who we quantified and qualified, now those we're going to verify that will go to this. Victory with Ash is the only exclusive gateway that will take us to the dream business, to the, big, bold, beautiful shared dream that we all cherish. So we're moving to the next business through this. Imagine a tunnel or a funnel. We have to go through it. But this tunnel is going to do much more than just click and move and return. So this is what we're going to do. We're going to provide in Victory with Ash. It's a platform. It's a membership website, community, 100% free. Hide your wallet. But there is more into it to qualify. We're not taking money. We're increasing the value that you've never seen before. We've given you value. How many of you said, my life changed with you already before we even reach our shared goal, right? So imagine what we already contained in this Victory with Ash platform. So I'm going to move quicker because next time, obviously, we'll not only share screen, we might just do log in and give you a demo, all of that. I was hoping we do that today. The platform is nearly ready, okay? And that was necessary step to do it so that we can give you the proper communication, exclusive and private, secured communication. It will blow your mind, the features and the way we're doing it. Okay. In fact, the video library and player, we've compared it to every imaginable and available on the market academy or learning platform or community. by far the cleanest, the simplest, and the most attractive one. Take my word on that one. So that's one thing. So we're going to give you proper training and the right communication. Okay, we talk about the next business. Where we talk about it? Victory with Ash. Not going to talk about in the ecosystem, right? OES. We're not going to talk about the new one. Not going to mention it. So think of it as the next stage, and it's the stage of connection. That's where we will pal together and gather and connect. It is not the new business itself. Again, I want to be clear. Is it? How much does it cost to be in Victory with Ash? On passive, qualified friends.
Yes.
It's going to be a communication hub. That's number one. And it's going to be a training center. But also, it will be the only place we will share information, and we'll start revealing information and actionable steps about the new chapter, the next chapter. All right? It's a place.
Absolutely fantastic. Oh, sorry.
Just one statement I want to say. It's a place to prepare for the exciting future without old baggage. Not package.
Okay, guys, I hope you are
say something. Yeah.
pretty excited. This really is the news that we've been waiting for an awful long time. That transition, the moving to the next stage. And he said that today is all about verifying how we're going to do it. We are going to release the old. That doesn't mean to say that it's going away. It's still going to be there. But for all of us to move forward into this next phase, we really need to sever ties with that old ideology, with that old mentality of the old business on passive. Is it still there? Yes, it is. This is the new. So we now want to move forward, he said. We want to have that bridge of how we're going to get from the old to the new. Is it going to be the new business? No, it's not. But it's going to be a way for us to go from there to it. Think of it of walking over a river or somewhere that you need to get to. It is the only way that we can go there. So what is this new bridge going to be that is going to take us to the new business? And really, what is it going to be called? There was many options that he could have taken, but he was advised this is the only way. 2 options that we were going to have. So we came up with this bridge into the next phase. It's going to be called Victory with Ash. Got a good ringer to it, hasn't it? Doesn't it mean victory for all of us? Not for the business, not just for the company, but also for all of us as well. This is going to be launched in October, the early time of October. It's nearly there. They've been testing it. It's really nearly ready to go. There is a but to it, and that is, it is going to be exclusively for all of us who are now on passive. We will have to be qualified in a certain way to use this bridge. It's not going to be open to absolutely everybody. We will have to be verified to make sure that we are the right people. As he said, no old baggage. We are the right people to be moving forward with the alignment of our CEO. It is the gateway to the next business. This is the only way that we can go to it. So we need to start thinking. We need to sever the old mentality of on passive, move it forward through the gateway of Victory with Ash to the next phase. It is important to understand that Victory with Ash is not the name of the next company. It is just the transition that we are all going to have. It is a
Gateway.
membership as well.
Yeah.
It is a gateway. It is a membership. It's going to have so much value internally, and it's going to cost zero for all of us. But it is going to give us the right information. It's going to have all sorts of things in there. It's going to be able to communicate with us for the next phase. We are going to have training centers within it. We're going to have places where we can reveal all sorts of different things, including video libraries and much, much more. But that is not the business. This is just the holding tank for us to move into the next phase. As you can see, this guy's excited, and he rightly so should be as well. A lot of
Because
hard
we
work,
nailed it.
effort.
I'll tell you why.
Go for it, Ash.
I think so, because I have so much. I want to make sure we get through it without holding you up. And I have another private meeting with my friends. You can talk about that later. But forgive me, Red. Not just the training aspect of all of that is really equipping you and improving and empowering all of you, those who qualify to be in it, to be or to maximize your success with the new business. The new business is not a right, is not something to be taken for granted or any entitlement to that. Okay, it's a privilege, just like Victor with Ash. It's a privilege, it's not right. So does everybody in Passive move automatically to Victor with Ash? Nope, absolutely not. We needed to do some pruning. As a matter of fact, all of you, anybody can relate to that? We have people in our family that we don't want. But we say, God, I have a list I wish you would consider. All right? I don't know how big is your list, but I got a few on my list, okay? But God is not taking them because he doesn't want them either. So we don't want them in our business. So if God doesn't want them back, anyway, so we are not taking everybody. That's why this brilliant process, quantify, qualify, now we're gonna verify and also improve the quality over and over, and then multiply and quantify. We're going there when we go to the new business, right after this process or this transition, okay? We're gonna shatter all internet records. Watch what I'm saying. Watch, we're gonna shake up the internet and reshape the planet, no doubt about this. Why? Because we have the talent, we have the desire, we have the will, we have the network, we have the expertise, we have the funds, we have whatever it takes to be successful. We have all the ingredients that that are required for success. Now we're talking about we're talking about victory. The name says it all. That means perseverance. We're not going anywhere, not going to quit, only victory. We're only going to win as we've been winning. So with that, there will be training and growth. So not just training, not just information. Again, not traditional education or formal education. We're going to talk about realistic, practical training and equipping to not just to training, but help you grow even before we get to the next chapter. You get there, you're going to be a super version of you. Okay? We're going to, this is something that you can expect, some ideas. You're going to have building productive habits and goal settings. Going to be more clear on what you want in life. What you want is not necessarily what we want. Yeah, we do have a common dream, but shared dream. But everybody has their own thing, right? Everybody has their own list. Building, enhancing interpersonal and communication skills. We're going to also teach you modern marketing know-how and personal branding. Oh boy, who do we have or the experts with me? So I have been mentored, okay? I have been coached. I actually get several sessions a week. So you think I know it all? I'm still growing. okay? Not aging, growing. And and if I see the impact of this type of learning and coaching, I thought, wait a minute, wouldn't this be more fun and more fulfilling if I invite you to this along with me and ride along at my cost, at my expense? It's not cheap for me, okay? It's not free for me, but I'm going to also share this value with you and bring those coaches and mentors and, to do that for all of us collectively, doing the same work, but instead of Ash, being selfish, I want to share that with you at my cost. We're going to talk about mindset tools and lifelong learning and adaptability. We're going to talk about and teach you how to, be more equipped to acquire network or business goals that you have. We're going to emphasize that this about equipping. It's not about members, obviously. It's not about guaranteeing income or, we're going to basically teach you how to fish, all right? Basically, we're going to make you, again, the hunted, not the hunter. That's really valuable, and that's what everybody's looking for. So we're going to talk about now releasing the old mindset. It's important. We're going to let it go, all right? We're going to let that go. And I'm sorry to sound a little bit, don't take it very negative, okay? I'm just gently reminding you, there were some, as many pros we've had some cons in passive, okay? The attitude needed some tweaks. That's okay. We all can learn and improve, right? So I'm sure you've witnessed many people were thinking that they can get something for nothing. And they felt entitled. That's really not right. Okay. We have people who thought they just pay a fee and start, the money starts flowing, right? And just it's not realistic. Passive income without effort, that's not what it is. So we have to kind of like replace the culture and the mindset with a culture of personal responsibility. A few years ago, I was talking to Susie McCrae, okay? And we were talking about some travel plans and all of that. And one thing was profound. She said, I'm efficient, self-efficient. I can take care of myself. Remember that, Susie? So you said that, and that like stuck in my mind. I wish everybody can have the same mentality. Doesn't mean that you and I don't have it, but I wish everybody would think in that way independently. Like really to earn things, not to be handed for free as a free lunch there. So our old vehicle was not going to take us to where we're going to go. That's clear, right? We needed to have a place to prepare for the good new vehicle. It operates differently. It's a different level. It's a luxury vehicle. We need to go through a place to prepare to how to operate the next vehicle. Does that make sense? Victory with Ash. Why is it with Ash? I think you know me. I like to stay low key and all of that. Okay. Now, with all seriousness, but why for the first time I mentioned my name? Because it's more personal to me, and I'm the only link in between old vehicle and new vehicle. So that's where we're going to bridge the two, old and new. The good news, keep your wallet away. Not going to break your bank. That's why we created Victory with Ash. And you will see it in the coming days. But until we do that, I'm going to talk about 3 things you're going to find in Victory with Ash platform. Okay, we've highlighted 3 crucial elements, okay, foundations, pillars to our Victory with Ash. Number 1 is rise. Rise. That we call them the 3R reality, or the 3R rally cry. All right. So number 1, rise. Lift your expectations and believe in what, okay, can be built together collectively. Reset. Got to reboot. Got to refresh. Okay. Let go of the limiting beliefs and old habits that no longer serve that vision. Let it go. Cut it off. All right. Let go. We're going to talk about refocus. Channel your energy toward growth, learning, and shared success. Rise, reset, refocus. Okay. So now we're going to talk about the functionality of the communication in Victory with Ash. We're going to give you constant updates, periodic live training with experts. I'm not going to be the big mouth here. Okay, I got people who are more qualified and more experienced on the topics to come on board. We're going to really make a difference for those who use that value, okay, and engage. So now we're going to talk about the mechanics. So how do we go from unpassive to Victory with Ash? That's the only gateway will take us to the next business, right? You follow me so far? I know I'm going too fast, but from now on, as early as next week, okay, or this week technically, within the next few days, all right, during the week, after Sunday, after the weekend, time zone conflict, we expect to start working on this transition from old, go through this Victory. So when are you going to have access to it? Immediately after we do this new priority placement. So underline this, we're going to do priority positioning into Victory with Ash. Those are going to lead the world, okay? Because Victory with Ash, after we take, the priority is obviously on passive members. You got this already, right? I know you're sharp and paying attention, okay? Now, after we give you that privilege, not right, we chose to, not in an inheritance, inheritance fashion. We're going to really do the right thing. Those who are fitting to be the top, positions, and then we allow them not only to share and invite and expand their circle within Victory with Ash, but also they can get outsiders. Remember we said now you can invite anybody? After today, those who were saying for the last, I don't know, many months, who were saying, what to do? What can I do? Gina Leva always asks me, that question. What do you expect from us, Ash? Okay, what should we? Now you can get busy. It's all in your hands. If I have time, I'll tell you the story about all in your hands. Okay, so we are going to execute an application. We did survey 1, survey 2. Now we're going to execute an application. That application is going to go to everybody. It will be posted in the ecosystem. You fill up the application. It's either going to be 10 or 11. As of now, we have 10. We're thinking of another topic. It could be 11. 11 questions. Okay? Very sophisticated application, but not complicated. Anyone can do it. It will take you a couple of minutes if you want to transition into something will reward you lifelong for many years. So we're going to give you enough time to fill up the application. We built the mechanism to sort out in a technological way, but also in a human way, to see who those we consider to give the link to Victory with Ash so they can be registered. And after that, if anybody goes to join free Victory with Ash, will not be able to do that. It will simply say, sorry, gotta find out. An inviter is by invitation only. What's going to happen to the thousands of people that we know there will be chasing this? Hundreds of thousands? Who knows? They're going to look for you. You're going to be the hunted. They're going to be hunting for you, those who get that privilege. They're going to be looking. Do you have a link that I can join? They're not going to have a link on the website. They're not going to have it anywhere. Only with those top positions in Victory with Ash. And then the whole world is going to follow you. Mind-boggling. Do you see why I'm excited? Anybody realize that? Okay, so, and the acceptance is going to be based on your input. It's not a test. It's telling us a little bit more information, verifiable information, and it's going to be privately operated. Once you're invited, then you can begin to invite others. Are we going to give you the tools to do that? Sharing, emails, templates, media, all of absolutely. Like drinking water. So simple, seamless. You could do that if you want to expand your circle. What does that mean? Quantify again. There's going to be a KYC step. Is the KYC is going to like check your bank and your credit? No. Just going to make sure those people that will take us to the next chapter are real people. Because we're a real company with real products, real value. Those who we allow, they've got to do that 1 minute step. KYC. Is it O-Verify from the old on passive? Is it like something that we built? We can do that. But nope, it's not that. We're using a third party, like a global company that is known in this field that will do the verification. So we don't touch anything from on passive. We're not going to do any shortcut or copy or trick or cheat or none of that. All right. So we're not using any of that. It's a different one. You will recognize it. You are going to have to do that. If anybody doesn't do the KYC, the verification process, you're going to be verified. Okay. If they don't do it, would they have access to the information? Nope. Nada. Zilch. Okay. No. And the information shared there, it will be exclusive. Collins Manor, pay attention. All right. Previously, any clown could go and start streaming from our media, all of that, right? They could do that. Here, we have a genius mechanism to trace invisibly, to trace everybody, and they will try, and I want them to try. So we want to make sure that everything with this disclaimer, and we're going to have a good code of conduct. Obviously, it's not an NDA, it's not agreement. That is different in the the ultimate dream and ultimate business. But in Victory with Ash, there's a code of conduct because it's a gift to you. Okay, so that obviously, because of the legal backup we have, we will go after those who will violate. It's that simple, and they will try, and I'm okay with it, okay, because we will see, you're going to see there's a token will be floating on anything. So we will dictate and determine what can be shared and copied outside the platform. Obviously, if you want to invite somebody, right? Expand your circle, quantify, or something that will be restricted. That's not cheap. That is value. We're going to give that exclusive to you. We're going to give it to not to anybody. If they want that value, sure, it's free. but they have to join you. Hunt for you. So looking ahead, okay, I just want you to know, if you could tell from my excitement and tone, forgive me, okay, excuse my over excitement maybe. What's coming next is not what you expect. And that's a good thing. Just like probably not many of you expected Victory with Ash platform. We're thinking, okay, we're going to reveal about next and how do we transition. Nope. Many of you thought we're going to migrate from passive to the next chapter. Nope. I hope you see how brilliant this step was to go. I have used the analogy, nobody was bothered, so I thought if I say it, it could intimidate somebody or offend. If you do, I apologize. I don't mean to offend you. But just for the analogy, have fun with it. Okay, let's be open-minded. Think of it as a tunnel, like, you know, the car wash tube that we have to go through. We're going to all have a good shower. Let go of the past. Get fresh and pretty, so we go to the beautiful dream. Does that make sense? When you have something important, don't you shower and get ready and all that? So it's no offense, anyone, right? I just cannot emphasize enough to share with you the level of accuracy and advancement, okay, in our development. You're going to start to, are we going to have this, this, that, cut. Nothing from the past. A whole new, brand new vehicle, not what you think. Do you follow me so far? All you have to do is ride along. It's either you play or pass. You don't have to come with us. We're not gonna really push it. This is what we're doing. If you see this could be a value for you, not gonna disappoint you. So instructions, expect to see the link in a few days in the back office. We're gonna now allow you a couple of days to sink in and digest this information. I know it's packed, okay? That's okay. You're gonna get it, so everybody is on the same page. The link for the application will be in the ecosystem, and that's the last link between the two. Then after that, we close it, we go through Victory with Ash, exclusive to you or those top positions, the qualifiers, okay, the qualified people, and then you can own the world, hold it in your palm. The value is, let me put it this way, okay? You're gonna think, Ash, this alone, I could pay for it. This is already a business that I'm giving it to you as a gift, okay? Well, it's telling. If this gift was so much value, and you're gonna see the change, the evolution, the transitioning, and the transformation, not only in our mindset, but also the skill level, the ability to be more effective and productive, okay? When you see that, you can only imagine what will be the dream business. That it will be a paid vehicle. All right. Code of conduct is monitored by legal team. It's not nice, silly, cute, naive Ash, okay? People who get paid, they have a salary that we have to justify. I hope you understand that this momentum that we're having is merely because of our gratitude to you, because of our faith in our unity. That's the only way to a brighter future. Forget everything we disagree on. We don't have to agree on everything, but let's be united for a better and brighter future to uplift humanity together. We can make a difference. Why? Because we're not just accepting the status quo. Okay, we're not just saying, "Oh, okay, well, this is the frame. We're going to follow the rules and all of that." I don't care about that. I'm not breaking the law, but I'm not necessarily accepting an outdated, ridiculous restriction or frame to my capacity, to my ability, just because somebody put it out there. All right. I will not hurt anybody, not on my dead body. Okay, it's not going to happen that way. But if something doesn't make sense, I don't have to inherit it. We can be self-sufficient and efficient like Susie. Independently, in unity, we can make a difference. Where do we go? Hashtag victory with Ash. All right. And now you can all change your YouTube channel. Now we were in the vague area, right? In that weak core or belly, right? That we have, jiggly, all that. Now we're going to have a six-pack because that connection is a solid core. We can say where we're going. Victory with Ash. That's where we meet. Hashtag victory with Ash. Come there and follow me there. You're going to have a link as an affiliate link, if you wish. You can invite people through your link, and you have the tools, and you have knowledge and education and every resource you need to be super prepared for the ultimate business. My goodness, does this get any better? Okay, so now, oh boy, to finish what we've started. This is where it begins. Victory with Ash. This is where we're going to finish the job. We're not quitting, not going anywhere. Now we begin, okay, to achieve our big, bold, beautiful, shared dream. Are you with me? Who's ready
I'm
to
ready.
make a difference? Okay, who's ready? Now, I'm going to give you an example just for fun because I have maybe a couple of minutes, and then I think some of you maybe read Susie have an announcement about a private meeting. Right after this, we'll take a break and go. Okay, but I want to share a couple of things with you. Okay, if you allow me. As of yesterday, we've completed a new marketing system. Remember, we're not using old, outdated methodology. It's a new era. We're using some intelligent, innovative, and creative tools and methods that we believe and we tried that they make a difference. Okay. Anybody believe that the 5.5 billion people online, they watch videos like YouTube videos? Yeah, everybody. Okay. So this will rock your world if you get it. Collins, again, I'm going to call you, okay? Not the security. Now we're going to talk about the mechanics of doing it with the price right. everything is monopoly, everything overpriced, everything is complicated. Okay. Though there are some things are technically not possible or not a realistic cost, so they will not be given a reasonable, practical ROI, return on the investment, if you pay for them. All right. So if you're selling something for $10, could you put an ad, for example, like $500,000? Like, I don't know. I made a ridiculous example. Okay. If your return at most would be $10 or I don't know, $1,000, you're not going to pay hundreds of thousands. Okay. But if you pay a little, tiny, okay, and you get multiple time, 10x or 100x of your investment. It gets better. What if Ash is willing to invest on your behalf? Let me give you an example. All right. Just for fun, I'm willing to allow you key in your YouTube, whether you have 50 people or 50,000 or 100,000 or 105,000, like Gursminder, Dylan.
Alert from reminders. Get up, move
Or even
around.
if you have 13, like Chris Johnson. You put in your channel, we go, not using Zoom, I'm talking about later, okay? We have the ability to live stream on unlimited amount of channels. Now watch this, okay? I'm not talking about 1,000. I'm not talking about 3,000. If we decide we're gonna lead the world with 10,000 of you, those who qualify first, top placement and in Victory with Ash. 10,000 lives, YouTube channel. At the same time, one work 10,000 times. From 50 followers, subscribers, and up. We do the work. We'll share with you material that you can post on your community to acknowledge or announce upcoming live event. I'm not going to be the only one. We're going to get the experts, the talented people to do the work. And we do a presentation and we sell whatever product, okay? Say the next business. You would have your link in the description and we say, hey, my description is in the link below. We're talking on your behalf. You could be on a big, fat RV cruising around the country and somebody's doing that work on your behalf, and people will be clicking. All of your followers, whether thousands or hundreds or tens of thousands or more, will be invited to click and buy your stuff. Oh, did I say YouTube? Oh, that's another revenue channel. We'll be making you money in YouTube. This is not a promise. Disclaimer. Hello. Pay attention. Slow down. I'm just inviting you to imagine the possibilities based on the reality and the actual facts that we've achieved as of now. We have the ability to live stream. It will cost us peanuts. Not going to break the bank, but I'll take it. So collectively, one live, 10,000 channels, 1,000 channels, they're following hundreds of thousands. One work, maximizing your monetization and revenue on YouTube or whatever medium we're using. YouTube pays good, not bad. And selling your stuff on your behalf. Holy cannoli. With extra cheese and ravioli, if you like it. So that's one thing. So everybody's going to move along to victory with Ash? Absolutely not. From unpassive. Nope. It's a privilege. By invitation only, your input in the application will determine if you be from the first positions, top positions in victory with Ash. Nothing complicated. Not going to be able to make things up and all that realistic thing. You could all qualify if the data says that. But we're going to start with somebody. Are we migrating? So let me be very clear. Okay, if somebody gets that position, code of conduct is going to be like this, and they're going to tell me, oh, I've had 75 IDs. Okay, that's something I get it from some of my people in Delhi or Bangalore, or anyway, they tell me this, okay, or Hyderabad, they tell me, Ash, sir, I have 80 IDs. I have this ID. No, they mean accounts, not cloning that. We said we're going to reset fresh. If you have the ability, if you communicate with them, you will have the ability to move them over. So are you going to complain? That's a violation for the code of conduct. Pass. Adios, hasta la vista, baby. So that's it. I have to say it. Now, we are on time to give that link. We're going to give you a few days, very clear. When that form is done, we quickly will process the results. In return, give you the link to join Victory with Ash. You go to the back office, which is being perfected. We could open it as of tomorrow, but is being perfected. And then immediately we're going to have calendar, schedule, what to do, all of that. You go to work, you do that. Okay. So it's all in your hands. Okay. Play or pass. All right. My good young brother, he's handsome, like Chris Johnson, taught me the story of it's all in your hands. Have you heard that story before? There was a wise man, okay, going to share his wisdom and spread his ideology across many villages. You go to a village, gather with the villagers, and preach and, share his wisdom with them. Doing it over. He's inspiring them. He's uplifting them. It became popular. One day, he's one of the villages. In that village, particular village, there's a guy that is a little arrogant. He was simply jealous of the wise man. He thinks he wants to somehow push back that wise man. So how can we stop him coming to our village and all of that? That's the bad guy. That's the arrogant guy. Okay. So he thought, okay, one day he thought of a plot to get a bird and ask the wise man, is the bird dead in my hand? The bird in my hand, is it dead or alive? In his sick mind, he's thinking, if he says it's alive, okay, he's going to squeeze it and choke it and say, oh, it's dead. If he says it's dead, it's held in his hand and he's going to let it go free. So either way, anyway, he's going to prove him wrong. That's his plan. But he's a wise man. So the day comes, he goes to that village. That guy had his bird in his hand and ready to do his crime. Evil mind. So he goes, wise man, I have a bird in my hand. Is it dead or alive? He knew. He said, it's all in your hand. So there are people, no matter what we do, they're going to say what? It's bad. It doesn't work. It's dead. They're going to say, no, it's alive. You say, it's alive. No, it's dead. It's good. No, it's bad. No matter what you do, it's in their hands. So it's in your hands. Are you going to play or are you going to pass? Are you ready to break the records? Are you ready to have fun?
Let's
Are you
go.
ready to shape the internet? Reshape it.
Woohoo. We are
Redefine
ready.
the digital world. All right, it's
Yes.
back to you. I am done. I have to find something that will contain me, but the days ahead, nothing short of excitement and learning and fun. And oh boy, okay. So
Thank you, Mr. Ash. Thank
yeah,
you.
absolutely.
Wow.
It's my pleasure, and
Mind-boggling.
I'm ready.
That
Let's go.
was wonderful, Ash.
Mind-boggling. Whoa.
Excellent, excellent, excellent. Okay, yeah, thank you, Ash. That was wonderful. And what it reminded me of is I know you and I, and there's a lot of people out there that follow John Maxwell. And I was listening to a podcast the other day, and it reminded me of one of his most famous and impactful quotes. About success and significance, and he truly believes success is when you add value to yourself, and value is personal development, setting goals. And with Victory with Ash, you are setting us up to go into that tunnel, as we say, and add value to ourselves. But what you've done, Ash, is you live a life of significance, and we should all be, that should be our goal. And what significance is when you add value back to others, because John Maxwell always says true fulfillment is when you live a life of significance by being successful and then adding that value back to others. So you are doing this for us. You've always
You got
added
to do it
value
by
to us.
design. You cannot just wish for it. It's not going to happen automatically.
Not
You
wishful
have to have a
thinking.
plan and put the effort and work on it, and we can reinvent ourselves. I believe so.
Yep.
Okay. I'm not the same guy 20 years ago or 5 years ago. Though some people, you say, Ash, you've changed. Yes, of course. I'm not a rock.
Yeah.
Okay. I did change. I'm not a stone. Okay. So, but I'm talking about family people, all that. They're not comfortable when you leave that comfort zone or the average circle they're in. When you leave, they panic, they're more intimidated, and they're insecure. That's frightening to them. Listen, in this business, it's very simple. You either make results, put the effort and work, or excuses. You cannot
Right.
do both. You cannot do both. And if you want to put the work and all that, it has to be intentional. Not going to happen automatic. Not going to say that I alone, I am a leader, I can change. Nope. You need an army.
Yeah. And you put a structure
Minu said
together.
it takes a village to raise one child, right? Okay. We know the saying, but she just reminded us that what if you want to raise or improve the entire community or the I don't want to say the whole world, but the believers that too want that change. It takes a lot of effort. It's not automatic. You have to put the effort, the work. And it begins with you, yourself. You got to work on yourself. You have to be attractive. You have to be likable. Begin with whom? Who's the first person that has to be likable, attractive? Yourself. If you're not likable and not following yourself, not doing the right things, why would anyone else follow you? So you have to be coachable, begin with yourself, be open to changes if you want different results. If you're happy where you are, pass. Chillax. Put the effort and the intention and plan. Or if you're intelligent like our people, okay, talking to the public now, lock arm with us will make it much easier for you because there's hard work and there's smart work. We do most of the hard work and smart or intelligently. just make the right, wise, smart decision to be with us. And together, we go places.
That's a perfect ending, Ash. Perfect ending. And thank you for putting this, like I always say to you, no structure, no fulfillment. You've put the structure together, and we just got to get in there and do it. So thank you everyone for attending today. And I think
Susie,
Ash has
just
one
tell
more
them,
thing.
no. I just want to apologize about, okay, that it didn't go as planned, but still good. Who
Yeah,
cares? Okay. Instead of 1
yeah.
o'clock, 2 o'clock. And it's all my mother-in-law's fault, just to be clear. Okay.
That's right. We were going to blame it on Chris, but no.
Yes.
Well, thank you everyone for joining. Make sure there'll be more information out there, and have a great weekend, and keep your eyes on the OES. Okay.
I love you and God bless you all. Thank you so much.
Love
Victory
you,
Bye-bye.
with
Mr.
Ash.
Merci
Hashtag
beaucoup.
victory.
Merci
Thank
for
you,
Ash.
Ash. Thank you, Ash.
Victory
Bye,
for Ash.
Ash. Thank you
Nice
so
you.
much.
Well, here I am. Thank you so much for being here with me, watching it together. I feel that, together, one big happy family. I like watching it with you all, and I love hearing, or seeing your comments in the chat area. So thank you so much for being supportive, for being kind, for being listening in and re-listening. Like I said, sometimes you find that when you re-listen, you think, oh, I didn't hear that the first time, or, or that comes in differently to you. So may I just remind you all, if you are having a YouTube channel, there is areas to share it out. I know Manu is sharing a few at the moment, of all those who are starting off their YouTube channels. Please support them as much as you can. If you are new to mine, please like, subscribe, share out if you wish. We will be coming back next week on Who, What, Where Wednesday. Obviously, we're waiting to see what will happen, to see how we're going to be prepared in our OES. Please make sure to log in daily and check it for any new news there. I do believe that the information or the process will be shared there as to what we are to do next. There will also be that, that information, the process of answering those 10 or 11 questions, and also going into the KYC. So make sure you have your information ready so that you can go straight into doing that. Also, make sure that if anybody else, yes, Vivina, you are late, you naughty girl. Love you and thank you so much. Like I said, tonight we've just shared a little bit about my journey in the last couple of weeks with my pain, also leading into the fact that, what has been shared with Ash. So thank you once again for you all. Third time to listen. I think, Lisa, it becomes, there's some places where you pick up different things. That's what I find anyway. So definitely chill out, relax. Don't stress over this. This is not a stressful situation. We have our CEO, Mr. Ash, come out. He has shared his information. He has told us what's happening. He has told us what we will need to do in the sense of going and logging in and maybe answering, 10 or 11 questions, going on to the KYC. So if you've got all your documentation ready, I'm sure I heard from Ash or read that it's an easy process. So there's not going to be anything too complicated for your KYC, but you definitely will have to answer those questions and answer them honestly, please. Honesty is the best policy. Olive, thank you so much. Please reach out in a private message if you want, if you can. Willow, thank you for joining in so early in the morning. I know it's got a little bit later now. Like I said, hi, Bergith, lovely to see you. And anyone who jumped on, please pop in a hello and I'll say your name out loud. Like I said, take away all the old logos, okay? Take away the old on passive name. There's no good sharing it anymore because it's gone. It's not anymore. We're going on to the new destination, Victory with Ash, and that's where we need to be heading. So make sure that you share that out with a hashtag. Sorry, and pain's coming to start again. But I'm all good. I've had a needle today. I had the cortisone into my left hip. Yes, it was painful, but not as painful as what I've been through over the last couple of weeks. I'm extremely grateful that we live in a country where we have a public system, you know, where you don't have to pay a lot to be able to have these, medications and medical information and everything that we have. We're so blessed here in Australia to have all that available. Remember to keep those in prayers. My friend Masoki from Uganda, who was involved in a motorbike accident, car ran into their motorbike, and the little orphan that he looks after broke his leg, so he had to have surgery on that. So keep them in your prayers. Like I said, go to Chris Johnson's Facebook. He has a prayer list there. Please go there, read it, you know, and feel it in your heart for each and every person there, because everybody's going through different things at different times and different levels, and we just don't know. Don't just live in your own little world. It's time to get out there and be responsible, not only for yourself but for others, but also to share, to step up, to help others up, and to uplift those in your family, those in your community, you know what I mean? Like those who surround you, to lift them up, pick them up. Times are tough right now, and the world is looking a little bit crazy, but we're together. We're one big happy family. So Berger, thank you so much. Lydia, my dear friend from North Queensland is here, and thank you all so much. We're going to go out with my song Shine Like You Mean It, and I really do believe that you all have that inner light, that inner shine. You know, you just have to believe in yourself. Like I said, you are all beautiful, all worthy, and I love you all so much. Thank you again for joining us. It was a bit lengthy tonight, but I was just loving the fact that we could hear Ash again and hear what he had to share. And thank you for all those who were on the panel. Thank you for all those who always are out there every day sharing what their beliefs, their support, just their trust, I suppose, in the process forward. Hi, yeah, that's a bit hard to read. Nice to be here, not at work today. Yeah, painless. I think I'm going to sleep very well tonight. So I do appreciate, I think it was Kijosuke? Keep that. Anyway, thank you so much for being here. I really do appreciate it. Forgive my, in pain look. If you want to go back over some of the lives that we've had, the Ash live is not only from today, but also from the other day as well. Thank you for all those who supported my channel in hearing Ash go live. I like to go. He is an absolutely amazing leader. Thank you so much, Vivine. Appreciate your support always. I think, when we can get out there and support each other, we know that we have those in place that are going to always give us that truth, always give us that honest opinion, always carry us forward, lift us up. I thank you all for your prayers once again. I know the numbers are up and down, but please stay on, listen to Shine Like You Mean It, and get out there and do something today or tomorrow or even this evening still to make somebody feel good about themselves, okay? And if you're feeling down, I love you. So God's blessings, and I'll go out with Shine. See you again next week on Who, What, Where Wednesday, where we will come to you with hopefully more news. Bye for now. Love you all.
Woke up with a dream in my pocket. Took a step and I couldn't stop it. Every stumble lit a fire inside. Now I walk with my head held high. Lessons learned and bridges burned. Still I rise with every turn. This is more than just a climb. It's my moment, it's my time. No more hiding in the crowd. Gonna wear my soul out loud. The world is waiting just to see all the magic inside of me. Shine, shine like a diamond bright. Shine Every scar's got a golden hue, telling my story in my own style, with every post, every smile. From the hustle to the heart, every ending's a brand new start, turning passion into plans. Now I'm dancing where I stand. I don't chase, I magnetize. My journey's written in the skies. If you're watching, hear me say, you're a light to find your way. Shine, shine like a diamond bright. Shine your light, you've got every right. You're special, let it show. Be yourself and let it flow. Stand out, don't dim your glow. You were born to steal the show. Shine, shine like you mean it. Shine so bright they can't believe it. If they doubt you, let them talk. You're the thunder when you walk. Turn your truth up past the 10. You're the spark, ignite again. Shine, shine like the diamond bright. Shine your light, set the world alight. You're special, let it show. Be yourself and let it flow. Stand out, don't dim your glow. This is your time, let 'em know. Shine, shine like you mean it. Yeah, shine so bright they can't believe it. Believe it. Mm.